Here's another one for Mr. Neely, Mr. Jordan Neely. Mr. Jordan Neely was murdered on the subway in New York. He was a 34-year-old. I'm so sorry. He's a 30-year-old young man who had lots of life to live. And he was murdered because he was begging for food and water. And the passengers felt like they was afraid or whatever, but sometimes people get a little irritated where they just don't want to be bothered, period. So they make things worse than what it is. And all of this came about from a passenger on a train feel like he want to dive in and be a savior. And then what happens? He kills Mr. Neely just because Mr. Neely was talking to people and fussing or whatever about he wanted food. That don't equal. Get what I'm saying? They sitting still on a train and he laying stretched out not alive. That don't equal. Makes no sense. But anyway, I don't want to go into that again, so let's just flow. Hoping this is the last one, Lord. So far I don't see any racist cards. That's a good thing so far. But I'm hoping it's the last one. Okay, let's see for Mr. Neely, Lord. Is this man getting locked up? Because so far, last I heard, he's home. Is he going to be punished? Okay, anyways. I hit the... What is it over there? It's these three. 3 and 5. Let me just, I got a lot of cards, so let me just, I don't want to keep pausing, so let me just do it this way if you don't mind. I don't want to keep pausing because I have to look at them. 3. I'm going to keep pausing. I hate when I have to keep pausing. Let me see. Where is 3? Shoot. Did I have? It's not 3, is it? Why is that coming in my mind? This is not a love story, man. I'm hearing Keith Sweat song, but what is that coming in? It's not a love story, man. I'm hearing nobody can do me like you. Something like that. Nobody, baby. What that shouldn't even come in here. This is not a love storyline. This is a murder storyline, so I don't know why I'm hearing that. I don't know. Maybe that's Miss Neely out to somebody if he had a love interest. I don't know. Let's just roll for a minute. Where's number 3 at? Okay, here's number 3. But did I just have 3? Let's flow for a minute. No. Dang. Let's see. 3 and 5. That's a lot of cards. Shoot. All of these the cards, Lord? It's a lot of cards. Okay, let's do something. I don't know. It's a lot of cards. See his cards, Lord. It's 3 though. Okay. 3 and I think 3 and 5. Let me say 3 and 5. I'm trying not to. No, I had 5. Three. Let me pause you. I make too much noise. I have to pause it. I am just too doggone noisy for my own good. Okay, let's just say we have deck 7 of them. These cards and just 3. Okay, somebody was getting in it like a socket connection. That's something getting into it, getting their feelings in, and that would be the Marine, I feel, because he is getting into it. And then Mr. Neely with the passengers. Okay, he had to take heed to what was calling him afford to be seen and heard by him, Mr. Neely, because he was not exempt. Follow me? Okay, and also the Marine needed to take heed to what was calling to be seen and heard by him. If Mr. Neely was saying stop, he hurting him, he should have heard that and stopped, because he is not exempt, because he a Marine. 15 hugs won't be enough. Caress me so tight. This is a love card, so this would be, I guess, what Mr. Neely with a love interest. Yes, getting a reading from the bracelet 1. So we have that the Marine plunged in to take his shot at Mr. Neely. Okay, it says it's seed time for sure. It was seed time for sure for Mr. Neely, because he looked like he was trying to get a job, looking forward to a job, or he thought on that train it would be seed time where he would get some food, drink, or anything like that. So it says right here, he had to be okay with his looks and know that he was beautiful, he was handsome, okay? But he didn't control the outcome in his life, because it says right here, plenty of ideas for a fortune, because some kind of way he is going to look for a new job or change up his life. Okay, he's sticking around fire with no nonsense lessons, maybe being around the subway station or whatever, or around somebody or whatever. He had to stop letting the world talk for him and start talking for himself now, and get back to what God intended him to be in his life. Because an end came to Mr. Neely, because the Marine tested and measured and see how far he could go, and it was awful. Because why did he let people mold him, Mr. Neely, in whatever situation, and the Marine? Because the Marine is molded. You mold it when you're a Marine. You mold it. Follow me? Because the Marine felt like he was meant for greatness. He feel he great. But newsflash, Mr. Neely was great too and meant for greatness. But why did he let the world or whoever it is mold him? Okay, some kind of way he went to the hospital and he said thank you. Whenever that was. Let's flow. We have over here, the Marine was sadistic, and he needs some soul support, because temporarily he abused his power, because he was picking people because of, follow me? So we have, he was taking Mr. Neely for a joke. Me too. So Mr. Neely might have said, you hurting me, or whatever he might have said, and he came back at him. Oh yeah, me too. However it's flowing. Okay. Okay, we got a dangerous love. Mr. Neely was dealing with a dangerous love. Somebody he cared for. Had a lot going on. Okay. He had to take his power back and get away from the idiot. And that would be from this Marine or from somebody that he cared about. Okay, evident that he was dealing with some kind of money problems that he get on a regular basis. He had to have faith over all and have a miracle. He was wishing for a good decision, but he was hand in hand with the enemy on that train right at that time. Because it says he's saying no to something, no, whatever it is, he's saying no, I don't want it, no to whatever. But he is the Marine barging in with rage. Right? It don't say that, but it says out of the forest and coming back with rage. That simply means the Marine came with rage. You know what I'm saying? Because the rage would represent him choking him. Him jumping in the first place. No, he shouldn't have jumped in. He shouldn't have jumped in to do anything. If the cops was coming, the cops should have just came and put handcuffs on him and took him to jail. Nobody need to be choking nobody because somebody talking and begging for money. Or begging for food, or whatever he is begging for, food and water. Last I checked, you'll give an animal food and water if you got it. You'll pour some right out of your water bottle when you know you would. So what's the big deal? Okay, let's just flow. He is sticking around fire with no nonsense lessons, being around, I guess, that subway station. Okay, he wanted his inheritance. So maybe somebody owed him some money somewhere else. He was dealing with a job or whatever it was. I don't know. Because the people in the subway don't owe him anything. So it had to be somebody else owed him something. Money, somebody else. Okay, it says that he had to show his love for something and nurture it the next 24 to 48 hours. Some kind of way he showed his love for something in a certain amount of time, up to 24 hours, and he's supposed to be getting some money for it, but he must didn't get his money yet. But he's sticking around fire. The universe says something that he needed to get away from, whatever it was. Okay, it says right here, to stop letting the world talk for him and start talking for himself and get back to what God created him to be in his life. Okay, he was going to cheat on his fortune, plenty of ideas, some money he's going to make from some job maybe he did, but he didn't have it yet. Okay, it says he got a nerve putting me on trial. Maybe the Marine feel like that he got a nerve, or whoever got a nerve putting him on trial, because he might felt like he did a good thing, but you didn't, sir. You didn't do a good thing. Follow me? Okay, it says right here he was in his feelings. And the Marine was in his feelings on that train. He watched his, he was nervous. About washing his hands on somebody, or somebody washing his hands on him, or about some kind of job or something. Anything like that. Wait a minute. Okay, this is it. I guess this is it. Okay. Here's his mother card. So maybe he was dealing with a mother, thinking about his mother, anything as far as a mother. Follow me? Okay, we have the structure of it. Thinking about his mother, thinking about a mother, anything as far as a mother. Let's just flow for a minute. Okay, it says right here, only you can make this happen in your life. Only he can make things happen in his life. He had to go ahead and go ahead and fight for his life and stop running. So it says right here, he's wishing for a good decision, but he's hand in hand with the enemy, with somebody he was dealing with, maybe off the train that he know in personal life, or he's hand in hand with the enemy on that train. Follow me? She rose to the occasion, some female, to beat him at his own game. Somebody who might owe him money. Or he rose to the occasion to be somebody at their own game. Anything like that. Or the Marine rose to the occasion to beat him at his own game. Follow me? And choked him. Okay, so we have right here that because we had back there on the one I did, they said the poly relationship. So here we got this right here. No growth come from the same sex. So if it's a poly relationship, it could be two of the same people. We know. Okay, it says your choices are your own. His choices was his own, God says. Okay, it says right here, no more trying to impress. He wasn't trying to impress anymore with whoever these people is, or person was, or whatever. He's trying to get some money from somebody, maybe. Maybe some deal he arranged, or whatever it could have been, I don't know. Did you do it? Somebody asked, did he do something? Or he asked somebody, did they do something? Anything like that. Because whoever he knew off the train, or whoever this is, was picking people, certain kind of people they was picking. Or we can take this with the court system or anything like that. They picking certain kind of people in the order of, because do I need to prosecute because they need to prosecute against this Marine, or he need to prosecute against someone because somebody did something to him, because he asking God right here, should he prosecute? Maybe because somebody owed him money, not nobody on the train, but somebody else maybe. God said he's a star and he's a light. But as far as his family members, yes, they need to prosecute. So we have right here the total community. So that's everybody on that train would be considered a community. Okay, it says right here, why did he allow people, why did or do he allow people to put him in their mold, right? Or why did this Marine? Because I'm meant for greatness. So some kind of way, at one point in time, he felt he was meant for greatness, or he saw that because in the last one I did, Snake, he was working on his life. What is the Marine? Feel that he meant for greatness, anything like that. Okay, here we got the picking again. Picking card, voting on picking certain kind of people. That goes usually with jail, trafficking, racial. Okay, it says right here, evidence shows that he's dealing with some kind of money. Regular money that he get or anything like that. So somebody owed him money. But at the time, he didn't have it when he was asking for food. He didn't have his money. And it wasn't under the people on the train, I feel. It was somebody outside of that owed him money, I feel. Okay. He couldn't control the outcome, God says right here. He had to be okay with his looks and know that he was handsome, know that he was beautiful. He's dealing with a dangerous lover. Somebody, dangerous love, somebody who had a lot going on with the person, whoever this person is, had a lot going on. Okay. He's living in arrow living, targeted living, certain kind of place. But if he was homeless, he was on the outside, it was targeted living. Restriction, restricted. He is dealing with somebody who is sadistic here, who needs soul support. Person he owed money, who owed him money, or the Marine, one or the other. Okay, he is hooking notes about, somebody is hooking notes about his so-called friends, or the law, whoever is hooking notes about his so-called friends. If not the law, or maybe the jobs, because if he was trying to get work soon, maybe they would be calling your friends to get references or something, like calling his friends to get references or anything like that. So it says it was the Marine measured and tested and saw how far he could go by choking Mr. Neely, and it was awful because he kept it up and kept it up like Mr. Neely had no feelings until he was dead. We got Mr. Neely might have been looking for jobs some kind of way with the job card, and he needed to go home, or he might have been on his way home. He needed a miracle, Mr. Neely, on that train, even just to get a job, but he needed one on that train, and he had to have faith overall. Okay, he was dealing with, no longer will he be bowing down to somebody who is treating him like an animal and controlling. And that would be whoever this is who owed him money on the outside, somebody that he knows. Or this man on this train, this Marine, because he didn't know the cause of the Marine's anger, or he didn't know the cause of somebody on the outside's anger. You got numbers, could be part of anything, from a social license, birthday, or whatever. Social security number, it could be part of anything. Door number, lottery number. Yes, you're getting a reading from me, the brass love one, healer tarot. Okay. We got like a sinful place he was around, and sinful place are bars, clubs, drug treatment, hospitals, courthouses. Some jails have glass doors. Did I put everything in there? Churches. So it says right here that he was tattered. He needed a miracle. Okay, it says right here that the end came We got 2 miracle cards. The End King. Okay, let me see for a minute here. Sinful place, miracle, and let me see something. Let me see the next card. Okay, he need to get more sleep to be more energetic. He had to get away from the idiot and take his power back. So, excuse me. Okay, let me pause. I'm back. Let's see, where were we? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. It says right, he had to take heed to what is calling to be seen by him, because he was not exempt. Or the Marine. Okay, it says right here. He had no more time for lack on a Marine, because the Marine was dealing with somebody who don't look like him, and Mr. Neely did not look like him. Or he had no more time for lack for somebody who didn't look like him, Mr. Neely. Okay? So he is dealing with a water sign some kind of way, either the Marine or one of those people who was holding him down, or somebody in his personal life where he was, or act like one, or one of them passengers. Somebody's a water sign or act like one. Beware the Pisces. He had to see it for what it is. Okay. It says right here that he is going to get splashes of joy on my eyes telling me the truth. So, because he wanted to be free from a commitment, I guess, of being tangled with somebody, some kind of relationship or some kind of job. See, a job. Maybe he wanted out of a job he was in, maybe. He was coping with a job, but he wasn't getting his money maybe fast enough. Okay, see, no, he didn't want to be bothered. Somebody coming to him with rage. He's saying, no, I don't want to do it. He's saying no to it, whatever it is. But somebody coming to him with rage. Or this could just be the Marine on the train. Yeah. Okay. Somebody's taking it for a joke where they were saying me too, maybe in his personal life with some job or relationship or whatever he had going on. Or one of them people that was tussling with him on the train. He went to the hospital some kind of way and he said thank you whenever he did. So with the hospital card, the hospital card can go with the card that was in the first one, where with the infection. Follow me? It could go with that because he had to go to the hospital for something. Okay, so I will see you time, but it was a short thing because he felt he was going to get money, his money for something, money from somewhere, but evidently he was dealing with somebody with cheating ways, and he shouldn't settle for less. Cheating ways as far as paying him his money or relationship, anything like that. Okay, this is his name too, Jordan, right? His name is Jordan. Okay, temporarily, he was dealing with somebody who was abusing their power, and that would be somebody who owed him money at some club or whatever this is right here. Or we're dealing with the Marine, because he had a sixth sense about the TP, the house. So he was at somebody, maybe somebody's house, a sixth sense about it, doing a job or whatever he must have did, some kind of job and getting paid, and the person had cheating ways. I don't really see, I don't see racial cards, so maybe the Marine wasn't a racial thing. I don't see where he really meant to kill him or anything like that, because I got all kind of cards. Okay. He had to defeat a failing, and he was coping. He's trying to end us. Caress me so tight. 15 hugs. Somebody was flirting with him some kind of way. Okay. So we have, he was walking a thin line while calming his pain some kind of way. Because somebody plunged in to take this shot, flirting, whoever. So I had somebody here cheating ways as far as, romance, or as far as money. Get what I'm saying? But I just want to know if this man going to jail. I mean, this is talking more about Mr. Neely's life. Some kind of way he was making some money, some kind of way from somebody at some place, house, or whatever. He was trying to have a job or whatever, get a job or whatever he was trying to do. But God wanted him to leave destruction behind. The job wasn't the best kind of job. Let's put it that way. Because God said leave destruction behind. In some kind of way he took some kind of pills too. And he went in treatment for it. So he was getting himself together, that's for sure. He just wanted something to eat at that point in time, something to eat, something to drink. And he just couldn't seem to get nothing out of all of them passengers on there. Nobody gave him anything or wanted to give him anything. They looked at him like he was nothing, because one of the first cards I put out said that they treated him like he was nothing. Yeah, they treated him like he was nothing. If a cat walked on that train and seemed like meowing, if they had a bottle of water, somebody in there, they would pour it right down, pour it in the top, pour it on the floor. Get what I'm saying? So people do pick and choose, like the card saying, picking and choosing. People picking and choosing. Yeah. So it don't matter what color somebody is when it comes down to somebody being hungry. Hunger don't come in a color. It don't matter what color you are. If you're hungry, you're hungry. Your stomach is your stomach. Your stomach just know it's hungry. It don't say, wait, let me see if I'm black. Let me see if I'm Asian. Let me see if I'm white. No, your stomach just saying, I'm hungry. Get what I'm saying? So is there anything else? It don't seem like, it's just seem like it's talking about him right now, but it's not saying about this Marine. Is he, what's going on with this Marine? Give me something else, Lord. I want to end this. I gotta end this. It's dragging out. 8 of these. 8 of these. And 4 of these. 8 of these and 4 of these. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully this is the last one. We got deck 4 of the Healing of the Soul. And deck 1. He was going to feel his feelings because there's his feelings at that time period when this happened to him. But he needed to leave destruction behind because he had a healing path, Mr. Neely. Okay, it says, just wait, I'm game, I'm in. So I feel a Marine decided he wanted to jump in and help out and be a good citizen. But also, look at this, it could be Mr. Neely saying that he complying. Wait a minute, I'm complying, anything like that. Or Mr. Neely with any kind of job or anything outside of the train before he even went there, anything like that. So it says he was being choosy about moving to another area or going to another area. It could be another city, another state, another city, anything like that, Mr. Neely. Okay, I give up on his fake love. So he give up on a fake love, some kind of love he had for somebody, or the city in general, or whatever it is. Somebody abused him some kind of way, and it proved that it was fake love. Get what I'm saying? Somebody didn't treat him right. Okay? Because somebody was opinionized of his work worthies. So it says right here that somebody need to apologize to Mr. Neely. That would be whoever this is that owed him money, seemed like, that didn't give him his money, that left him struggling. and also the Marine. Mr. Neely felt restricted, felt he had no way out, or the Marine felt he was restricted and he had no way out, like he felt he had to do what he had to do. But he had a way out because nobody told him to do it, what he did. Okay, it says right here that how much and how far would Mr. Neely go to grow? Because he was hope struck. Because some kind of way he was going to be going for another job, fill out applications, dealing with a resource or something. So he was feeling good. And maybe if he is being choosy about moving somewhere else, maybe he's getting ready to move to a whole nother city or state. Because God said his wake-up time was time for him to continue his life. Because maybe some kind of way Mr. Neely was raped in his life when he was younger, some kind of way, or some kind of way. Okay. It says that somebody was asking, do you feel Mr. Neely or the Marine or the person who owed him money? Anybody, whoever this is. But the person need to cleanse their mind and their soul. Whoever it is, elder, who I just said. Okay, it says right here that seemingly something became like a mountain with him and somebody who owed him money, or him on the train with the passengers, or him and this Marine. It became a mountain. Shortly, he was going to another place, city, state, or wherever. That was his plan. Or this Marine is going to do it. Okay. The last time, for lack of love, he felt like Mr. Neely, from whoever this is he knew, he cared about. That was the last time. Because he picked somebody for full bloom. Somebody he really cared about. Full bloom. Twin flame. Somebody you really care for. Follow me? Okay. Something was being forced. Somebody was forcing him in a situation. Or this is the Marine. Putting force on him. Follow me? We got numbers, could be part of the train or anything. Could be part of anything. License, train, social. Part of the phone number. It could be part of anything. Okay, God says that Mr. Neely needed to leave because a male was unhealthy for him. He was involved with. Somebody he was connected to was really not healthy. Okay? And on here, on the train, Mr. Neely needed to leave because it was a male who was unhealthy. And that would be on the train, that Marine, because that's the person who was unhealthy on the train. He was making a choice about the campground that would be his home. So if he is homeless, he didn't have a home, but some kind of way he might have been in somebody's house for a little bit or whatever was going on here. Or he had to make a choice as far as moving out of that city, state, or getting off of that train. Because at that time, the train was considered home. That was a place of shelter. Okay, he captured an opportunity at the lighthouse. That means treatment, rehabilitation, Alcoholics Anonymous, counseling, hospital, church, rehab, or anything like that he went to. Because he captured it. That means it happened. Okay, we have right here that he is going to be going to court about something. If not him, it's going to be some kind of court hearing or something as far as him being murdered. Okay, somebody facilitated something and he shouldn't have went with it. Right here. Somebody facilitated something and he should have said no. Bottom line. Water Marine. Okay, it says right here is tender and sissified. Him or the Marine, one of them. Okay, somebody was treating him like a plaything. In his personal life, or the Marine was by treating him like he was on that floor. Follow me? Okay, silly of me to think that I could fool you. So maybe he is fooling somebody or trying to fool someone. If you met her lesbian or met him gay, you can feel your God's mission. And this person is like what you call a twin flame over here. Somebody he really like. Follow me? And he could do his God mission with the person. But either he was gay or the person, one or the other. Feel this is called, though. Okay, it says that this person is jerking him around. Whoever this is jerking him around because whoever this is got a wife or girlfriend. Power state with whoever the person's wife or girlfriend is. Not with Mr. Neely. Get what it's saying? Okay, it says he had to be his own cheerleader, God says. He was around something green and flowery, trees, clothing, or whatever. On a train, outside of the train, at this person's house or wherever. Treatment center or wherever. Okay, he wanted sensitivity and tenderness. Because some kind of way in his life he got raped. There's a card keep coming. Follow me? So it says right here, he had to move fast on what was calling him forward, and that would be treatment, I feel, and a job. That's good. He had to get ready to start taking charge of his life, God says, because he was raped some kind of way in his life. Is it my fault? Follow me? So that could have been something that was troubling him for a long, long time. But he finally got treatment, some kind of help for it, maybe, to talk. You must respect me. Somebody know they must respect him. A guy, whoever the guy is. Know that person must respect him. It even can be the Marine. Know that he need to respect Mr. Neely and not be abusing his power on the floor, choking him out. He made a gesture because he was tired of the buffoonery with whoever this person is he actually know personally about the person respecting him, or he made a gesture to the Marine, maybe telling him to stop or whatever, if he could even talk. Patting him, whatever. Okay, he had to get away from the snakes and haters. Whoever he is hanging around. Snakes and haters, whoever they was. Laying beside you is like my first crush. So he liked whoever this person is. Full bloom, twin flame person, whoever it is. But he had to get away from that person because the person wasn't treating him right. It was a lack of love. It was a lack of love on the train too. It was a lack of love. A lack of love. Nobody loved him on that train, and that's a shame. It is time for him to heal. It's time for him to heal as far as somebody that he know personally that showed him a lack of love. Get what it's saying? And from whatever happened to him when he was younger or whatever, want to get the help he went to get the help he needed. Because it was time for him to heal. If he had to leave town, leave town. Because God wanted him to bend forward on things. Because he is a caterpillar in this thing. Well, because it was a witness to what happened to him. As far as him being attacked in his life, whenever that was. And it was a witness on that train. One main one that got the scoop on it. That really saw all the details to be saw. Okay, so. Because he was the common denominator, Mr. Neely. As far as what happened to him with him being attacked some kind of way in his life. Or with somebody he know not giving him his money that was owed to him. Or some person that he was in love with over here that wasn't treating him right, a lack of love. Or to on the train when he was being choked out by that Marine. Follow me? He was a common denominator in all of these, Mr. Neely. If you change your identity, it won't work with your twin. Okay, he's going to go file applications and get happy. He's changing up his life. So I'm just not seeing anything as far as nothing happening to this Marine so far. So this is talking about his personal life. But he was changing up. Going out of town, maybe. Was going to go out of town. Being choosy about it, but was going to go out of town. Because he needed help at the lighthouse. Some place, treatment or some kind of place because of what happened to him. Because some kind of way he got raped in his life, whatever it might have been. And sometimes that's what you call this card right here. When we have wounds that's inside and we need to have them healed. because it just be festering inside. It need to be brought out. It need to be healed. Get what I'm saying? Things that happen. He wanted tenderness and sensitivity from whoever this is. He loved right here, in love with whoever this is. Deep love right here. That's the deep love. Somebody owed him money. He wanted sensitivity and tenderness with whoever this is that owed him money. He wanted sensitivity and tenderness from this Marine who was choking him and treating him like he didn't have any feelings, like he was my table over there. If I kicked my table 15 times, my table is not going to say ow because it can't feel. He wanted tenderness and sensitivity from this Marine who act like he didn't have any feelings, act like he wasn't even a human being. So yeah, it's a lot of people he wanted tenderness from and sensitivity from. And we have the passengers, let's not leave them out, those ones who was complaining, that was so irritated. I wonder how they feeling about it now. Was he that bad for his life to be taken? Was it that bad? I'm saying it to you. Was it that bad? How you feel about it now? Would you rather him nag you a little bit more and be alive? Because something became a mountain. And what became a mountain was, it was handled the wrong way. Just because you're talking to somebody, getting on somebody's nerves, don't equal up to him being murdered. If people can do that, a lot of people will be murdered around here and everywhere else. If it's because somebody get on your nerves, I mean, that'd be going on all over the place then, because so many people get on your nerves every which way. You know, so no, it don't equal. It don't add up. You don't get to just kill somebody because somebody begging for food and water. That don't equal to you murdering somebody. Okay, this is the brass love one.